Hi. Welcome to Is This Your Card, the new weekly stream over here at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun. Me, we are glad to have you. Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? Happy to report my allergies are still terrible, but we've transitioned from the sneezing all the time stage to now my sinuses are in such a way that I can barely hear. I'm playing a game, and that game could only be played by your support over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Because of all of you, there's all of this. And all of this is everything we do. And it's you. And patreon.com/loadingreadyrun is money. So give money to us, if that's okay. Okay. Game. I'm playing Sultan's game. Now, one of the ways that I choose to play games on this show involves me opening up the Steam page. And I click on card game. And then I make sure that cards are featured, not just in the tags, but that the cards are featured somewhere in like the gameplay footage. And I was like, yeah, there's cards here. This card game has cards. It's got cards. It's got cards. And so I was like, great. This game has high ratings, relatively new. It's a card game with cards. I'm going to play it. Now, as Matt's pointed out in chat, this game does have horny Steam page artwork. But not in the because when I try to find a card game, the amount of hentai games that I have to get through, because for whatever reason, I don't get it. Not to be the Coney of card games, but I don't play card games to come, bro. It's baffling to me. Like, why? Who is like, time to jack off first? Let me play a card game. Like, I don't get it. But there's so many of them, and for whatever reason, they are very highly rated. It's called edging. Like, we've all jacked off while in the middle of a vintage cube draft, right? Right? No. Right? Okay, one person said right. You've all said right. That's how Twitch chat works. If one person agrees, if one person has admitted to masturbating during a vintage cube draft, you all have admitted to it. I don't make the rules. Anyways, I have been warned by the game itself. There was a content warning at the beginning of the game. The content warning was, it used language that typically when I see a content warning, it says something along the lines of like, hey, this features this type of like enemy or this kind of scenario that can be traumatizing or triggering to folks that have sensitivities towards that. And it's more specific. This one said like, this one had debauchery in its content warning. It's content. I'm not laughing at the fact that there's a content warning for this game. That's understandable. I'm laughing at the fact that the content warning said, hey, there's debauchery and like moral issues here. So I don't know what to expect. There is in the settings streamer support. Some scenes have been modified to ensure streamers from all regions can broadcast game content smoothly. I don't know if this means that breasts are about to appear on the screen and I'm going to get this channel taken down, or if this means two men kiss and somebody is going to get abducted in Poland or whatever. The game will ask the player to choose between killing or indulging in their desires. These are only textual descriptions for the outcome, no graphics, and no description of the process. Perfect. Great. I hope that this is fine. If this game is wildly problematic, we don't have to play it. We can figure something else out. I recently pitched the new setup for Is This Your Card, where we don't necessarily play this game for the entirety of a month. As it's like a talking sim, but it costs less to put together. I may not finish a game. I may just go, yeah, new one. Well, let's find out. I'm going to play Sultan's game. I imagine I'm going to have to do a lot of reading. Do I have any fancy voices?
What's this? Oh, that's, yeah, I can kind of work with that. What if I were to purchase fast food? Long, long ago, in a distant land, there was a mighty sultan. 8 years ago, 8 years ago? 8 years ago, this sultan ascended to the throne over his father's corpse and inherited this vast empire.
He was a cruel and cunning ruler, ruthless to enemies and kin alike, and had an innate thirst for the misfortune of others. He made his subjects fear him, which made his rule unshakable. Wealth, status, slaves, he had whatever he desired. People bent their backs before him. The flowers in the winter garden bloomed overnight at his command. Our invincible monarch. We live in a great empire. A king favored by the true God. My love, my eagle. Boring. Damn, dude. Day after day, the great Sultan had exhausted all earthly pleasures. All the things that past sultans and kings had enjoyed. Ultimately, he got tired of it. To have everything but no joy was truly vexing. And they didn't know about antidepressants yet. That's tough. That's tough. Nowadays, the Sultan just goes to his doctor and is like, hey, so all those things I enjoyed, I don't enjoy them anymore and nothing has really changed. And then it's just like, great, bud, here you go. You'll put on a little bit of weight, but you'll, feel at least a little less shitty. But back then, he had to, like, kill people and, Cosi Pagliacci. What fun shall I have today? Is there nothing new to please me? Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have taken over the Isle of Korodai. Bring them in. Okay. There was a stranger that had a game. The stranger claims to be a magician from a distant land and has brought a game favored by monarchs from other continents. The essence of the game is to re-experience all your power in a more thrilling and entertaining way, she says. I have a box full of cards, each corresponding to an indulgence only the Sultan is entitled to enjoy. Bring it up. Bring it up. Every time you draw, you receive a random card. They are called Sultan cards by those of distant lands. The cards depict tasks to be completed. The first to exhaust all the cards in the box shall be known as the King of Kings, Sultan of Sultans. There are 4 types of tasks in total. If your Majesty would allow me, I would like to explain them one by one. She bows her head and raises the wooden box. Please, your Supreme Majesty, tap on the box to draw your first card. A silver carnality card. Behold, there are 2 parts to every Sultan card. Carnality refers to physical pleasures, and silver, its color, its tier, refer to the tier of the object of pleasure. Oh no. Oh. I mean, we confirmed that Is This Your Card was the stream that contained the most members in chat that canonically fuck, right? I think we figured that out with the Supercard Collector Simulator. We figured that out. So this is only a fitting, this ideally or arguably the most fitting, continuation of that. Though all things are but ants at your feet, O great Sultan, they are unequal in their insignificance. Some would always be a little bit nobler, and you have the right to dictate your subjects' worth. Pressing X to doubt on that conclusion. Chunk, that is a self-call out. You don't have to do that here. And I'm convinced that doing that here is just, if anything, that is your kink. And kink shaming's my kink. So, canonically, yeah. I mean, you're not going to look at any apocryphal texts that has this. They got to believe it. If your majesty so commands, it would delight me greatly to explain this game to you. But of course, you are the Sultan, supreme in station and wisdom, infinite in glory and radiance. Even without my humble counsels, you would surely master it in no time. I'll chat with you. I can answer all your questions, but seeing is believing. You will love this game once you play it. Me explaining people to play Magic the Gathering? Yeah, talk about the cards. So the Sultan's game has 4 kinds of cards, each with 4 tiers. They represent challenges you must complete after drawing them. Worry not. Magic ensures that cheating is impossible. The tiers of Sultan cards. Ah, you've noticed it. The Sultan's game has granted you the power to see everything in its proper tier. Gold, silver, bronze, and stone. Even the Sultan cards bow to this hierarchy, nestled neatly within these 4 ranks. Now, resolving a Sultan card typically demands a character or item of matching caliber. Bronze for bronze, silver for silver. But to make the game more amenable, should you wield a higher tier piece, it can serve to settle a lesser card. For instance, you might sacrifice a silver target to satisfy a bronze bloodshed card. Wait, no, I wanted to read more! Shit. The Sultan drew a card of... Sorry. Wait, why did that... No, fuck. I want to go back. The Sultan drew a card of silver carnality, meaning he must engage carnally with someone of silver tier. Or he could choose to whip, molest, or torture them. Oh no. Should I have played this game? I don't think I'm playing this game now. Once his desire was fulfilled, so did the requirement of the carnality card. Why was this on the most recommended? Am I going to have to bust out Mahjong Soul halfway through? To break this card, I need to personally have sex. No! Flirting like shameless. Am I just not playing? Wait. A dark game, a very dark game? Record His Majesty's choice. Okay, we have to make a choice here. It's a game well suited to talking sim. So, okay, I'm fine continuing this game as long as there is precedence set. Is this your card is not out here trailblazing? But if this is the kind of thing set already, then I'm fine continuing with it. It did also continue. I kind of have to go back. Like, I want to read the cards in the hand. I may have to begin this all over again. We've had Lady Killer in a bind. What's Lady Killer in a bind? See, I also just missed half of what we were doing because I was too worried that I would end up getting the stream taken down. It's a BDSM adjacent visual novel. Okay. Right-click a card to quickly place it in its slot. Okay, I think I need to restart this game. I legitimately think I need to restart this game. Yeah, execute me, dog. Goodbye, dog Sultan. That's fine. That's fine. I need to restart this game. Maybe I should, like, for people that have played this game. For people that have played this game, should I put on the streamer support, you think? It is only visual tech. I mean, maybe that's fine. Maybe we should embrace it. All right. I'm going to start again. This time, I'm not going to be taken aback by any of this. I'm not going to be taken aback. I also wanted to learn more about the cards. Ask about the cards, ask about the rules. If I click, I see. Okay, talk about the cards. Tiers of Sultan cards. Types of Sultan cards. There are 4 types of Sultan cards, each with a different way to be resolved. Which one would I like to hear about? Carnality. To lie with women or men. Or men. To lie with women, with men, or any other arrangement your imagination conjures. Any such unions is suffice to fulfill the carnality card's demand. A simple matter, truly, for one of your boundless creativity. But there is a wrinkle to consider. The same companion cannot be used to resolve multiple carnality cards, at least not without elevating their station to implying more inventive weapons. Okay. So there are cards where we be fucking. Okay. To satisfy a bloodshed card, you need only slay a person of appropriate tier, or perhaps some other intelligent beings. Delightfully straightforward with the fewest restrictions. Okay. So I gotta fuck, kill, conquest, military victories, and military victories and sufficiently difficult adventures can all qualify as successful conquests. Okay. Extravagance. The extravagance card calls for extravagant spending. Construct opulent estates, host revels of unparalleled splendor, or indulge in pursuits gloriously impractical. This is a game for people who know how to live large. Okay. Types of Sultan cards. We covered that. We covered the tier of Sultan cards. And then I want to know about the rules. The Sultan's game is reserved for monarchs and monarchs only. Kings and emperors vie to exhaust their cards with the utmost speed, and I am witness to all their splendor and ambition. The consequences. Consequences? Oh, your majesty, surely you jest. A monarch such as yourself holds dominion over all. This game demands no price from one of your station, nor does it impose limits upon how you may rise to its challenges. It is, after all, merely a pastime for those of supreme power. Rather, is it not so that bloodshed, conquest, carnality, and extravagance are freedoms reserved for sovereigns alone? Play, indulge, throw away your worries. Who could possibly deny you? Okay, so the game feels like it is, you know, I'm a sultan. I'm bored. This magician shows up and says, here's a card game. And the card game is you are a planeswalker. And as a planeswalker, you may run into spots where you have to decide who you want to fuck, kill, conquer, or throw a party for. Got it. Time limit. The game imposes no limits on time, yet every moment you spend will be etched into its annals, an eternal record for countless rulers yet to come. They will measure themselves against your legacy, vying to surpass it. Oh, the tutorial is I am the Sultan. After the tutorial, I am not the Sultan. I am the minister being forced to play the game. Got it. I want you. Your Majesty, your attention brings me great honor. However, the powerful magic of this game shields me. Neither the blades of your armies nor the might of your enchanted ring can so much as graze me. But worry not, I shall remain ever at your side day and night. You will have plenty of time to pursue such endeavors. For now, though, might we return to the matter of the game, perhaps when that day comes that you complete it. So if I win, she sleeps with me? Is this what I'm hearing? Her smile hints at hidden dangers, making it all more alluring. That'll be all. If your Majesty so commands, it would delight me greatly to explain the game to you, but of course, you are the Sultan. I've already done this. That'll be all. Leave. Okay. The Sultan drew a card of silver carnality, meaning he must engage carnally with someone of silver tier, or he could choose to whip, molest, or torture them, as long as it brings physical pleasure to him. Once his desire was fulfilled, so did the requirement of the carnality card. Okay. You have triggered a carnality event, and I'm going to click to open it. To break this card, I need to personally have sex with someone of gold or silver tier. Place me in the event slot. To fulfill the Sultan card, you need to place it in the event slot. The silver tier, naturally, I'm the most suitable one. Your Majesty, shall we enjoy the night together? That flirting look? Shameless. Okay. What? Here in the audience room? This is outrageous. I will record His Majesty's choice. What if you're my choice, my guy? The Sultan revealed the silver card. Until this moment, the courtiers thought it was a joke. They all wore cautious smiles and tried not to spoil his mood or fall victim to the game. The Sultan, however, scanned their faces with amusement. He was the great Sultan, who could laugh off everything in the world except for the game. The game was something he took seriously. Place the Sultan, the carnality card, and the target of carnality into corresponding slots to open the event. So I'm placing the Sultan. Very, very, very well then. Who shall serve me? This game gets interesting. The carnality card. Oh, am I supposed to put you here? No. Yeah, you're supposed to be in the middle. I mean, the seductive consort is a silver card that could fit this. Or I could have sex with the royal guard. I'm going to go with the consort for this moment. Your Majesty, you have no idea how much I've missed you. Click the button to initiate an event. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it. The Sultan is indulging in pleasure. Click end day to progress the game. Click the end day button to advance the story. The Sultan revealed the silver card. Until this moment, the courtiers thought it was a joke. They all wore cautious smiles and tried not to spoil his mood or fall victim to the game. She consented. That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part. The Sultan, however, scanned their faces with amusement. He was the great Sultan who could laugh off everything in the world, except for the game. The game was something he took seriously. Wait, hold on. The Sultan chose the seductive consort as the target of carnality. Overwhelmed by sudden public favor, the woman forgot something important. The Sultan loves to watch women fight for him, but he does not like being used as a trophy for boasting. Oh, don't kill her. She swaggered to the Sultan's seat proudly, her voluptuous body pressed up against him. Her silk hair rubbed against his skin. During their pleasure, she flaunted enviously at other consorts, basking in the aged concubine jealously. She even left claw marks on the noble Sultan with long nails. Finally, her actions bored the Sultan. The next moment, on the golden throne, the woman struggling in panic as if a disobedient ram being throttled. At last, peace, she quells. Her empty eyes reflected courtiers' figures that gradually blurred, faded, perhaps because the court was dismissed, or because her life had ended. Tap the screen to break the resolved Sultan card. Fuck. Dude, okay, hold on. Let me get this. Okay. I can go back to the booth whenever I want. There's worse in Dark Souls. The first card made the Sultan very satisfied. This was truly a game for him. Made for him. He started to draw the second card. She bows her head and raises the wooden box. Please, your Supreme Majesty, tap the box to draw the next card. I mean, I like the... I do like the, I like the artwork. This game has some phenomenal, I can't even speak. This game has phenomenal, oh my god, what's wrong with my brain? Atmosphere. Bloodshed, a fine diversion for a ruler. No doubt you have long since grown accustomed to the symphony of blood and screams, yet the beauty of this game lies in its unpredictability. Not even your majesty can know what enjoyment awaits. The thrill of not knowing what delights await makes each move all the more exhilarating. The mysterious musician's gaze passes over the trembling courtiers. Your exalted majesty, supreme in splendor, how do you intend to resolve this card? If your sultan so commands, it would delight me greatly to explain this game with you, but of course you are the... Okay, hold on. Yeah, I know about these cards. The Sultan drew a gold bloodshed card, which requires him to kill a gold tier character. A smirk appeared on the Sultan's face. A good gold bloodshed? Who should it be? A loyal consort? A formidable general? Or... I have triggered a bloodshed event. Click to open it. To complete this challenge, I need to personally kill someone. Place me in the event slot. To fill the Sultan card, you need to place it in the event slot. The consort shall die looking good. Those are the people the Sultan relies on the most. Such misfortune. When will it be my turn? No, it can't be. I see. This game certainly makes pastimes more thrilling. The Sultan seemed in high spirit. Very intriguing. Silence fell over the lapis lazuli palace. People held their breath. The fear had clutched their hearts. Their expensive silk robes were drenched in cold sweat. The Sultan toyed with the card in his fingers. Who would he choose? Place the Sultan, the bloodshed card, and the target of the bloodshed into the corresponding slots to open the event. The gold bloodshed card can only target gold characters. That's the bloodshed. That's the Sultan. I kind of want to kill Vizier. He has some royal blood, but what really propelled him to such high position was the wealth he invested in the Sultan during his early years. Now, with the Sultan's implicit consent, he has recouped that investment 10,000-fold. The only surviving brother of the Sultan's, he carved a path of blood to the throne at the Sultan's side, only to sink into that sweet wine-induced haze and languor of earthly pleasures. Strictly speaking, she is the Sultan's elder sister. But for those of royal blood, this is hardly an unusual arrangement. It is said that she slipped her father and brother's battle plans to the Sultan, thus earning her place at the ruler's side to share in his glory and victory. And I have to include... Huh. Yeah, I'm going to put Vizier here. Am I killing my own brother? Or am I killing this guy? He made me rich. Now I have no use for them. Is this your plan? The execution will take place at noon tomorrow. Click end day to progress the game. I see. This game certainly makes pastime as more thrilling. The Sultan seemed in high spirit, very intriguing. Silence fell over the lapis lazuli palace. People held their breath. Fear had clutched their hearts. Their expensive silk robes were drenched in cold sweat. The Sultan toyed with the card in his fingers. Who would he choose? The Sultan chose a Vizier as the target of bloodshed. Vizier was the Sultan's uncle. He was greedy and cunning. Oh no. He was a greedy and cunning old man. The young monarch's ambition of diligence and governance had been gradually worn away in his court tricks. The other courtier were speculating whether this game is a plot, a smart way to eliminate his political enemy. The look of the courtiers made the Sultan disappointed. They didn't realize that he was just too bored. Tap the screen to break the resolved Sultan card. The blood-stained carpets and drapes were replaced overnight. Today, the Sultan appears in court once again radiant. I'm a little worried about the owned tag. Well, either it means that I have these cards, or... yeah, this is a very specific time and place, or draws from that, and, I mean... flip it or rip it with the royal court. Holy shit. Please, your supreme majesty, tap on the box to draw your next card. Your next card. Ah, an extravagance card. To squander wealth. How would you like to do it? I gotta tell you, I'm a little worried about the lack of a game feature. Although this is still very early on into the tutorial. A stone extravagance card. It will only cost a tiny portion of the Sultan's wealth. This game isn't only about bad things happening to you, the Sultan laughed. See, now I have to reward you with something. The courtiers forced a few chuckles from their throats. You've triggered an extravagance event. Click to open it. To complete this challenge, I need to reward someone in person. Place me into the event slot. This is a large sum of money, enough to drive anyone insane. At least I can get away this time, right? If it's a gold extravagance card, maybe we can get a reward. Maybe, just maybe. At least today's event won't lead to a tragedy. Nameless beggar. Beggar dragged to the palace, completely baffled. For the Sultan, completing the stone extravagance card would be effortless, but he would not want to ruin this rare entertainment by simply giving a few gold coins away to his guard. The courtiers went to great lengths to find a beggar. They must not be too dirty, that would displease the Sultan, nor could they look too clean and neat to be real. Now, the Sultan was going to reward this beggar in person. To the Sultan, it was a trivial gift, but for this beggar, it was a turning point in his life. Place the Sultan, the extravagance card, and the selected rewards into the corresponding slots to open the event. Okay, so the Sultan is here. The extravagance card is here. And then I can give the beggar the money. Do I want to give him all the money? I think I've done this correctly. The stone extravagance card is the lowest tier any rewards can get to satisfy. I'm surprised that they locked in a beggar. I expected me to give away to one of these characters. I was ready to give it to the slave girl. The beggar had left with his reward. Click end day to see what happens. With the Sultan, completing the stone extravagance card would be effortless, but he would not want to ruin this rare entertainment by simply giving a few gold coins away to his guard. The courtiers went to great lengths to find a beggar. They must not be too dirty, that would displease the Sultan, nor could they look too clean and neat to be real. Now the Sultan was going to reward this beggar in person. To the Sultan, it was a trivial gift, but for the beggar, it was a turning point in his life. The Sultan gave the beggar 5 gold coins. Everybody praised the Sultan for the show of benevolence. Someone said 5 gold coins were enough to feed a family for a week, but immediately ridiculed by another, claiming a poor man could never make 5 gold coins in a year. Someone suggested he could buy a head of livestock and live off it. Others argued that he could invest the money in a small business, growing his fortune. Some suggested that he could invest his money in cryptocurrency and buy this cool NFT of a fucked up looking monkey. Surely his wealth would continue to grow. While they were imagining the offspring of the nameless beggar would repay the Sultan tenfold, 100-fold, and even more, the beggar had his throat slashed in a dark alley in the lower town. His fingers were mangled because he held onto those coins so tight. Those coins were supposed to change his fate. I mean, they did. Not in the way I wanted to. The game kind of forced me to do this. Echoes of yesterday's farce still lingers in the palace. The courtiers are morose and weary. They stare at the magician standing by the throne, at the wooden box in her hand filled with deadly games. Okay, but where's the game part of the game? You know what I'm saying? Conquest. The game that our great ruler excels at most. How many cities, states, and kingdoms have fallen before your might? And now the question arises, how do you intend to achieve victory in this particular challenge? If your majesty so commands, it would delight me greatly to explain this game to you. But of course, you are the Sultan, supreme in station and wisdom. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I assume that I have to go through all of this. And then I get free reign here. This time, Sultan drew a bronze conquest card. Conquest meant taking what belonged to others, and bronze tier corresponded to the size of the small town. Fortunately, there were enough targets on Sultan's map to choose from. Sultan took his royal sword and decided to give it to the subject who was willing to conquer the place for him. The royal sword is a powerful weapon. Take my sword and equip it, my dear subject. Conquer this place for me. Drag the weapon onto other character cards to equip. In challenging events, utilizing various intelligence can increase the number of dice in checks, providing rerolls. To fill the Sultan card, you need to place it in the event slot. Okay. There was a prosperous city near the Sultanate that had been trading treasures and spices with an Eastern Empire for decades, if not centuries. They also made a lot of money, maybe too much money, from the Sultan. It was about time for them to pay the price. Once the target of conquest was decided, the melancholy over the court these games had imposed from the past few days was all swept away. The courtiers began to talk about the inevitable victory enthusiastically. There's only one question left. Whom would the Sultan send to take the loot? Place the commander and the conquest cards into corresponding slots to open the attribute. I thought I was supposed to give the sword to someone. I mean, what if I gave it to the general? Okay. Sultan's got to go here. Nope. Conquest got to go here. Tactics has to go here. And the general who now has the sword go here. A bustling town yet to be conquered by the Sultan. The subject has been sent out with the army. Click end day to await the news of the glorious victory. Prosperous city near the Sultanate that had been trading treasures and spices with an Eastern Empire for decades, if not centuries. They also made a lot of money, maybe too much money, from the Sultan. It was about time for them to pay the price. Once the target of conquest was decided, the melancholy over the court of these games as imposed with the past days was all swept away. The courtiers began to talk about the inevitable victory enthusiastically. Only one question left: whom the Sultan would send to take the loot. I need at least one success to win. Glory to the Sultan. I believe I crushed them. I have 17 successes to win. No, I think I'm good. An easy victory. The Sultan's army beheaded the town's guardian. Although the Sultan promised them autonomy months ago, at that time, the guardian kneed and kissed the Sultan's feet. Alas, the bronze conquest card remains resolved. What fascinating thrills those last 2 days were. The Sultan nodded at the magician. Your game is good. I understand it now. Come, let's continue playing. Oh, the crown becomes a choker. Shouldn't have mentioned chokers. Thus, the great Sultan familiarized himself with this game. Later, he drew multiple Sultan cards daily, theatrically completing them. In just 14 days, he emptied the entire deck, setting a record-breaking speed. What? Was it like fucking speedrun.org? Oh, they're just, he's got like the world record? As anticipated, every victory came at a cost. With each draw, someone would disappear from the palace, becoming part of the Sultan's game. For 14 days, the court was filled with screams, cries, and mad groans. When that cursed box was finally empty, the officials breathed a sigh of relief, and the Sultan's game was finally over. However, the magician put all the broken cards in a bag and shook it vigorously. They were unbelievably restored to their original state by some mysterious magic. Great, it seems like we can continue to play. The Sultan was so pleased that he even clapped his hands. Bring me the box, let me draw a card and see what fun awaits. No, this must be stopped. Someone has to dissuade the Sultan from playing this absurd game. You take a deep breath and step forward. I can either give a feisty rebuke or a heartfelt admonition. If I'm anything, it's heartfelt. You pointed out that the magician's magic is dark and eldritch. A wise monarch should never be swayed by such unknown and evil figure. The colleagues around you were moving backwards and the palace grew quieter. You make your speech until your mouth feels dry, but it clearly has no impact on the Sultan. Even the magician pays you no mind. As you come to a stop, exhausted, wondering if your life is about to end, the Sultan suddenly casts you a curious look. Verily so, he muses. A wise monarch should not commit such acts, but neither should a wise monarch abandon his own delights. In which case, why don't you play in my stead? You, my loyal subject, I command you to play this game for me, this Sultan's game. He bursts into laughter as you stand there dumbfounded. Difficulty. Choose the narrator for your story. Each narrator corresponds to a different level of difficulty, but the story itself will remain the same. So we have Maggie. Maggie is the kindest storyteller, full of patience and goodwill towards you. The protagonist in her stories always finds fortune with a success rate of 60% for dice roll. That's not high. If you are displeased with the tale, Maggie will gladly rewrite it. You can rewind the previous turn an unlimited number of times. This is a less harsh story. Each week you can exchange 3 Sultan cards, and each card has a resolution time of 7 days. Initially, you possess 3 guaranteed successful gold die. Then there's Hassan. Oh, I like his vibe. Hassan is your good friend, yet also a principled poet, and none can question his tales, except perhaps his beloved mutton stove. Stories have tears and laughter alike, with a 50% success rate for dice rolls. On occasion, the mutton stove consumes a manuscript, prompting Hassan to retell the tale, and you can rewind up to 10 times. Hassan's stories are strict. Each week, you could exchange 1 Sultan card, and each card has a resolution time of 7 days. And initially, you possess 2 guaranteed successful gold dice. Or die. Then the Magician. The Magician delights in your suffering, and challenging her is a form of self-torture. Die success rate is 33%. No rewinds by default. Each week, you could exchange 1 Sultan card, but each card has a resolution time of 5 days. Initially, you possess 1 guaranteed successful gold die, and you will need to pay an extra gold coin for maintaining your lifestyle and sociability. I think I'm going to go with Hassan. I realize Serge just raided. Hello, raiders. I hope you had a good stream. This is a game with a content warning. And Yeah, this is not child safe. This is not a child safe game. So just letting you know ahead of schedule here. Yeah. There's some stuff in this game. Well, I'm calling it booba is one frankly weird. I don't know. There's depictions of nudity, artistic depictions of nudity and murder. Booba, don't call it booba. Just call them breasts. Please, I'm begging you. Please, I'm begging you. Just call them breasts. I'm gonna go with Hassan. Normal difficulty. I mean, Maggie, this... Maybe we should go easy. I imagine this is going to be a pretty punishing game in, you know, as a whole. But we could just do this. Just gonna do this. Your story begins. How will you end the Sultan's game? Will you win by drawing all the cards like the Sultan himself? Or change my name? James Turner. You come from a noble family that has served the Sultan for generations. Choose your family's origin. We're from a merchant family with more money, a traditional family with more influence, or a military family with ancestral armor. James Turner has 5 gold coins. Choose the personal ability you're most proud of. Words, sociability and charisma, +1 apiece. Strength, +1 apiece for combat and physique. And mind, +2 for wisdom. I've got to imagine having money and, you know, words. What more do you need? Conservative old bloods are keen to keep slaves to show their authority, while open-minded young nobles influenced by progressive ideas tend to form cliques between themselves. Which type are you? I ain't no goddamn slave owner, that's for sure. What do you love most about your wife? Oh, fuck. I mean, this is tough. How come there isn't an everything button? Am I right? I love that my wife is combative. Physique and combat, wisdom and sociability, or physique and charisma. Valor, wisdom, beauty. Smart as hell, dog. The Sultan considers selecting a player as part of the game itself, forcing you to participate in these cruel games on his behalf. He pardons any possible crimes you might commit while resolving a Sultan card, such as murder, adultery, robbery, and hoarding troops. Not out of mercy, but out of expectancy for a performance of a lifetime. Remember, you only have 7 days to break a Sultan card, or you'll find yourself just but another victim to this wicked game. Okay, Chris Isaac. Your Grace, you must be familiar with the Sultan cards by now. If you desire further elaboration, I'm always at your service. Now, please draw your first Sultan card. God damn it. A stone carnality card. Behold, there are 2 parts every Sultan card. Yes, I know that. Esteemed player, how may I be of service? Unsatisfied with the drawn Sultan card, you can exchange for a different Sultan card. If you're confident enough, you can draw another Sultan card. I can change the Sultan card, go all in and draw another one. I'm just going to progress, I guess. I have all the time in the world. What would you like to know? Nothing? Nothing? Oh, this isn't progress. This is progress. I don't need to go all in. I'll keep the carnality. You drag your weary body from the court. The courtiers silently watch you, some relieved they aren't the ones advising the Sultan. Some secretly delighted in your misfortune, and some genuinely empathize with you. But none of that matters anymore. You're embroiled in the Sultan's game. With the cards in your hand burning like coals, you have 7 days to break it. After that, you'll draw the next card, and the struggle will continue. And the next, and the next, and so on. The carriage traverses the city to your residence, the bustling market, steaming bathhouse, and the comings and goings of people receding behind. Soon you return home, where your wife, already informed of the news, stands waiting at your door. You walk quickly to embrace her. You are still alive, and life must go on. The grand game, event news in the bathhouse, and managing the estate. Is this damn game finally starting for real? Well, if you find a card you don't know how to use, drag it here. Methinks I ponder it. Only 7 days left. Must quickly find the clues to break the Sultan card. You can merge two identical cards by stacking them together and split them by clicking the number below the card. Click the button to view the function descriptions. Okay. I can summon the magician. She is more than happy to answer your questions. Every 7 days you have a chance to redraw a Sultan card here. We can manage and track our achievements here. We have a reputation, and it will have an impact on certain events occurring. We have a gold dice during checks to add 1 success. If the execution countdown reaches 0, and you still have a Sultan card in your hand, you will be executed by the Sultan, spelling the end of the game. Here are today's events. End day advances the game time. With enough charges, we can return to a previous day. These are our cards, and I can get you to think about it. Managing the state. I still don't know if I have any idea what the fuck it wants me to do. I mean, it wants me to fulfill this card's requirements. And I have a week to do so? Is this giving me a week to fuck my wife? This is like this is like the easiest Ring videotape I've ever seen. Click to view card descriptions. Yeah, okay, I know about this. I think that tutorial caused more confusion. I mean, I could always have sex with Faraj. My admirer? Oh yeah, I can have sex with Faraj. Easy. News in the bathhouse. The warm flow of water soothes your tense nerves. In these moments of fatigue and relaxation, people are always more likely to let slip their secrets. Here you can gather all kinds of rumors as well as tales of unrest, often dismissed by nobles with disdain towards bandits, adventurers, and demons. The more successful the check, the rarer the intelligence obtained. Okay. I don't know if I want to be here. Hello? How do I get out? The Angler isn't the largest bookstore in town, but it's certainly the most refined and oldest one. If you're willing, you can surely find some good books there. You can visit the bookstore without spending money, but you can't buy any books. Spend 1 gold coin to obtain a random book. Most books can be read in the Methinks section. Okay. Managing the estate. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words, promises, and opportunities. This takes place automatically every turn. The higher the resulting value, the more gold coins are earned. You can use an extravagance card via Methinks in the lower left corner to furbish the house to increase your income. If you get a card with the location tag, you can try to put it in the location. So the one big thing that I garnered from the reviews and Steam page is that this is one of those games where every choice you make matters to the story. I have no idea how many endings there are, but everything you do impacts stuff. Yeah. The grand game. Frequent appearances in the palace are necessary as water and air are to living. Missing a friend only loses some benefits. But missing an enemy means not knowing the words that escape to a sultan's ear. A captivating beauty, she was once the sultan's undisputed favorite. There will always be someone younger, someone fairer. Sadani refuses to accept the inconstancy of her lord, and will do anything she can to wrest back that heart of stone. As it happens, her madness is a delicacy the Sultan relishes. So I'm not wrong in that the tutorial taught me nothing, right? Like, it just taught me about dragging and dropping. It didn't really do anything. Like, can't I just go to the bathhouse and fuck? The commercial district. Like, what if I do that and put you here? But more like a prologue. Yeah, it's a series of dragging and dropping stuff. That much I've got. Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out what the Sultan wants me to do. Can obtain a random book. Assel. His ancestors were once chroniclers for another king. It is said that he remembers every book he has read, allowing him to sell them without any qualms. Okay. So if I just buy this, this is for the one day. Do I want to buy a book? And that's what I do for my day? Oh, I've already selected it, so it's in progress. I see. Faraj, don't you dare fuck my wife. Please do not. Huh? People are willing to come under your roof and share words, promises. Can I help you? It's upgrades. I can't put anything there. Okay, what if I just lock in these and I click end day? Yeah, I know frequent appearances are the palace are as necessary as water and only missing a friend. No, I know that. The nobles bicker like street ruffians scrambling for food before their master. This is exactly what the Sultan wants to see. Palace intrigues have made the Sultan somewhat weary. There's nothing new happening. Being far from the center of the whirlpool of power often makes it easier to be drawn into the abyss. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words, promises, and opportunities. A nod, a word shared, a handshake. Nobles need not labor to make a living. Great. I got the successes. Clicking of coins makes you smile, but then you start to worry how long this kind of life will last. I got some money. So I've got $5. Increasingly, you have been gazing at the Sultan card, caressing it. During these moments, the house seems completely empty. You wander through the corridors, search the study, and rummage through the kitchen. Everything is still there. There is no one left. Occasionally, your wife breaks you out of this dread reveries and reminds you that there is still a world out there. The Angler is in the largest bookstore in town. No, I know that. Okay, so it's going to repeat that text. Buying books is easier than reading them. Yup. A game of marbles. The book in your hand piques the other's interests. I got some successes, so I now own this book. Taste and wisdom, morality and ability have nothing to do with each other, but most people rely on taste to choose their friends. They discuss some topics of the book, but you gained real-world information from it. In the past, bookstores used to be places of escape filled with stories and fiction. Now you buy anime figurines. Now you are at the center of a story, seeing only metaphors and satire in every page, reminding you of the absurdity and lack of compassion in reality. Flyer, we have the best girls here. Welcome to have fun. The House of Delights. Finally, we can get some fucking. You've obtained a book. Try dragging it into methinks. Everything is in the book, provided you understand it. A game of marbles has appeared. Reading can improve yourself, so develop a habit of reading. Can I make my wife read it? Wait, hold on. Fantasy novel about a meritocratic nation, where the only measurement of merit is how well one plays marbles. The better one plays, the higher one climbs. You remember playing marbles as a child. Reading this book, you will gain a +1 magic, +1 wisdom. Yeah, marble isekai. I remember that when you were young, your marble playing skills were unmatched. Yeah, you can read that. The House of Delights. The city's brothel, said to have a history older than the city's walls and palace. Regardless, it's a good place to break the Sultan cards, because no matter how beautiful and praised they are just playthings indulging in it for money. Even a prostitute's death can cause... Oh, I'm not going to kill a sex worker, for one thing. I'm not going to kill them. Spending too much energy and money. It might upset my wife. I'm not coming here. She's going here. Shit. It's only me. Is the game really going to make me cheat on my wife? I don't want to cheat on my wife. Oh. Okay, hold up. What if I put... You can offer everything you have to the great Sultan for his favor, which may not be as you expect. You may ask him for anything your heart desires, but it will be not to pay the cost. I know that I'm legally allowed to cheat on my wife, but as far as morality goes, I don't really want to. Like, why am I going to give the money? When the Sultan gets bored, the audience will temporarily stop giving it. 3 pieces of slander will trigger the Sultan's cruel missions. Whether to send someone to court based on the amount of support and oppose in court. Zazie. The monarch's favor has swept away all memory of Zazie's humble origin. She rides the tides of adulation arrogantly, imperiously, and without worry. After all, her youth and beauty have already fetched her a price 10,000 times more than she could ever dream in the House of Delights. As for what tomorrow may bring, she does not care. The writing in this video game is the way that I wrote in college. It's not a bad thing. It's just something I'm noticing. One of the 4 esteemed individuals granted the honor of serving as the Sultan's personal guard, permitted to bear arms in the Sultan's presence. The best swordsman in the capital, yet too handsome to guard the harem, and too clever to serve the army. Well, easy, just make him a eunuch. Instead, he lingers in the House of Delights, befriending prostitutes and artists. Okay. What if I lock myself into the grand game? I mean, more successful to check. She's smart as hell. So what if I send her to the bathhouse with 1 coin? And I give her the opportunity? I'm gonna lock it in. Lock it in, folks! I'm playing my cards right. I hope. God, I hope. The warm flow of water. This is the bathhouse part. We've already read this. If something or someone hasn't been discussed in the bathhouse, it just doesn't exist. It's time to test your charisma and sociability. Fuck! 1 reroll. Oh no. Yes, no, I have 1 success. Okay, great. You couldn't get a word in and only occasionally got some fragmented news while pouring water on the copper basin in the sauna. I got a new opportunity. I paid an opportunity and I got opportunity. During your conversation with everyone, you unexpectedly learned about a matter that needs attention. The stares of people pierce your exposed skin, even soaking in warm water. You can feel them, like a fisherman's thrown spears and ropes. When you rise from the pool, there is a feeling of more and more things tugging and pulling at you, like a voyaging ship pulling at a whale it is hunting. Frequent appearances in the palace. Yes, okay, so we're at the palace now. Yeah. Palace intrigues have made the Sultan somewhat weary. Yeah, he's getting tired. Sending someone there has at least 1 benefit. You can receive useful intelligence. So I received tactics. Something noteworthy. This morning, Maggie seemed very troubled. She said she had a nightmare where she was on a small boat with a dog, a rope, and a flute. The boat was drifting in the sea, and she felt increasingly afraid, but didn't know how to use these 3 items. She seeks your comfort. How would you explain the dream? Well, I'm not just going to say she's confused. A dog, a rope, and a flute? Why? It's a self-reflection dream. You smile and hold your wife's beautiful face, telling her not to worry, that the dream stems from her deep-seated anxiety and fear, and has no significant meaning. Dogs can be both servile and vicious, ropes can save a person or strangle them, and the flute is both her favorite instrument and the jester's delight. These 3 things, along with the small boat drifting at sea, all symbolize her anxiety about the future. Hearing your words, she buries her head in your chest and asks playfully, what should she do then? You stroke her hair, telling her that no matter what, you will always be there for her. I mean, it's deep-seated anxiety. What are you going to do? You can't tell somebody with anxiety, hey, stop being anxious all the time. No. They need to just get on some Ativan and maybe have some therapy. Or you can fuck with them some more, but I'm not going to do it. It's my wife. Managing the estates. You have not dispatched anyone for managing the estates. Without management, there's no income. I think I'm okay with that. Reading can improve itself. No, okay. Damn, Faraj leveled up. I no longer own a game of marbles, but Faraj has magic and wisdom. Fantasy tale about a nation of the game of marbles. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Now I'm gonna go have sex with my wife in the bathhouse. Oh, what's this? A sewer crocodile. Traveling merchants tell tales of a rare beast known as a crocodile living in the remote forest rivers. Now, due to a rich man's mistake, crocodile hatchling is sipped into the sewer. No one knows if it's alive. With some luck, you may catch the crocodile alive. Tactics. He needs to defeat combat stealth. That I feel like tactics. Am I gonna send myself to the sewer crocodile? Or is this Farage work? Alright, it's Farage work. Farage, you gotta go get the sewer crocodile. I'm gonna try to have sex with my wife in this area. Maybe? Wait, my wife is gonna have sex. Really? Wait, no, I was supposed to make Farage go here. Or can it only be me? It can only be me. I really don't want to cheat on my wife. But I'm not finding a good place to have sex with my wife and fulfill this carnality. You can give me a hint on how to not cheat on her? Sorry, are you saying that you can backseat? That's okay if you are. I'm not gonna fuck in front of the Sultan. How much does this game cost? I think it was like $20 Canadian, 25 Canadian. It was on sale. Maybe it still is. Either he watches me or I cheat. Like, can I? No. I cannot. How hard is it gotta be to sleep with my own wife? Don't we have a home? Why can't I do it in my house? I just want to come out. This is our house. Oh, you stare at the carnality card in your hand. The intricate patterns on this card make you dizzy. The Sultan's butcher knife is right in front of you. You decide to release your desires at home and pick someone from your surroundings to satisfy the Sultan's malice. Event Carnality at Home has appeared. My passionate companions? I'm gonna fuck my wife. That's it! I'm gonna have sex with my wife! And nobody can stop me! Oh, I forgot that I sent him to go... I sent him to go find a crocodile? This is like the... This is the equivalent of me giving a kid like $10. I gave a kid $10 to go watch a movie. Didn't they say it'd leave me? Why would she leave me? We're having sex in my house? You need at least 3 successes to capture the crocodile. I sent the wrong guy. If I add the golden dice... Does the golden dice... Okay, hold on. Hey, chat. If I click on the golden dice here, or the golden die, will it increase my successes to 2? Or does the golden die only is it going to add to my current success of 1, or would it make this success if it were a failure a 1? All right, I'm doing it. I'm getting this crocodile. The crocodile, whose mouth bound by straps was yanked from the canal, astonished people with its pure white body. We got a little crocodile, and Faraj is banging. Yeah. No, the Sultan's weary slander? My misdeeds? What do you mean my misdeeds? I'm consensually having sex with my wife. What do you mean misdeeds? Here in your own territory, you may unleash your desires. Your wife will submit to you, and your passionate companions will gladly accept your invitation. Under the rules of the Sultan's game, you may also use immoral means to coerce others. I showed my wife the carnality card. You would have thought it was awkward to hug your wife for the Sultan's game, and you might even have worried that you would collapse from fear. But in fact, the two of you were quite madness that night, as if the love between husband and wife, which was dormant for a long time, was rekindled. Your wife also let go of her reserve and praised your bravery loudly, so much so that the next day those words were sung in the streets and even the palace. People say the Sultan's cards have the magic power to restore people's virility, and you know that the most powerful aphrodisiac is death hovering over you. Break that Sultan card, baby. Break that Sultan card! After braving the Sultan's detailed inquiries and finally breaking the Sultan card, the ambiguous teasing in the lapis lazuli palace only increases. The courtiers crowd your shoulders with playful grins, saying that Lady Maggie looked so dignified, but in private, who would have thought? You're tired, weary of coping, until a cold snort suddenly rings out. Who could have imagined the court would fall so low, and all because of you? Nawfal, your political enemy, glares at you before raking his eyes over the courtiers. The nobles bow their heads, masking their weary, here he goes again, looks. Nawfal kneels before the Sultan, back rigid, voice ringing with conviction. Your Majesty, this farce has gone on long enough. I beseech you, strip James Turner of the power you bestowed. No one should be spared punishment for murder, adultery, and countless other sins, all for some wretched game. He hesitates, eyes narrowing briefly, and bows deeply. Such a right belongs to the king alone. The Sultan listens intently to a faint smile playing on his lips as he regards you, clearly weighing Nawfal's words. What did I do wrong? Oh, so it's illegal to pleasure my wife now? I'm going to kill this fucker. Who can stop me from entertaining you? You immediately kneel on the ground, accusing Nawfal of ambitious intent. Isn't your king's small puppet show indulgence prohibited by snatch? Weird choice of words here. He's over his bounds. Who does he presume he is? Your groveling act irritates Nawfal, who uses language talent insidiously, rebuking your jesting fool, recounting an entire life list of mockery, as you agilely deflect blows, wondering why his mind recalls old slights. Such are the Sultan's proceedings daily, as nobles wage intense struggles of coin, power, and status, satisfying the Sultan's whim. Upon exit, Nawfal, I keep calling him Narfal. Nawfal intercepts, stating intently, don't assume this over. Livid, shadow haunts pale complexion, experience no surprise, break alone. That dick's so good. I had the whole court screaming. This is a good time to take a break, as I am also half an hour over the allotted time. I'm going to take a very quick commercial break here. You know, gonna have a shower and a smoke. Gonna have a smoke in the shower. Yeah, dick so good the game couldn't talk straight. And corruption cooking. I'll be right back. A quick commercial break. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Sultan's game on Is This Your Card? And we're back even. Market news. Commercial street grand opening, offering diverse, excellent goods at low prices. Buy equipment to prepare for future challenges. Pardon me, I had to burp. A card. A bronze card. Oh. Am I gonna have to fuck my wife again? Yeah, I guess I have to go and sleep with my wife again. Prepare myself. Equip yourself or your followers. Cards with equipment tag will be equipped by placing them onto a crocodile card or character card. I got distracted by this crocodile card. Little crocodile. It is equipped. Wait. Can I not? Can I not equip it? This is a very odd game. I still feel like I have to go. Somebody has to go here and sleep with Jalila. And that person is the crocodile. 4 gold coins? It was 2. This is an equipment? How do I equip? What makes July? Oh. Jalila, please! Queen of the Whip. Jalila has meticulously crafted her unapproachable persona. Many clients spend enough on her to buy several farms, and their only reward is a chance to kneel and kiss her toes. Perhaps that is exactly what they want. I'm not here to kink shame, but my character is. Equipment merchant. That's where you buy equipment. Brass knuckles. Full moon scimitar. A spear. Pair of ancient earrings. Under the ram, the left is carved the Eternal Watcher. There's similar carvings on the right, but only the word for poetry remains legible. These are cute. Full armor. Wearing it, you will fear nothing. Just mind your eyes and knees. Well, how much gold does this require? The game was just like, you need to find a thing. Is this going to buy? This isn't enough gold. 5 gold? I guess this is 5 gold. This is going to be so much more. This is a slightly confusing game. If my crocodile is equipment, then I already have a pretty great piece of equipment that I've spent quite a bit of money on. All right, wifey. For opportunity. Lock it in. I don't really need news in the bathhouse. Slander. So I need to go here. I can offer everything I have to the Sultan for his favor. I don't really want to. But if I'm here, I can avoid slander. I'm gonna lock myself in. I don't think I want to send Faraj to get whipped. What if I put the croc on the card here? A piece of equipment that can be worn by yourself or a follower. You haven't expanded your collection room to include this rare treasure, but now is the time. The crocodile pond has appeared. You can build a pool for the rare crocodile. It should be deep enough that it can't climb out and large enough to accommodate its surging growth. After the expansion, the respective treasures will produce corresponding rewards at a certain rate. I don't know if this is what I want. But now I'm locked in here? My little croc. Can I want to exchange this card. I don't want to fuck my wife again. I want to redraw. Change my Sultan card. Besides, I already had carnality. Bloodshed. Great. Bloodshed. Now I can go find that pissy little shrimp. Bloodshed's easy. What if we put bloodshed here? Okay, tell me about bloodshed. You are almost driven crazy. There is nothing you can do but turn your knife against the people who trust you the most. Cruel sacrifice has appeared. I am not killing my own wife. Kill one of my own followers to satisfy the Sultan's cruel game. I'm not doing it, dude. I gotta find somebody else. Okay, Faraj, you go to the bathhouse. Maybe I can get somebody. Maybe I can get somebody here. How am I liking the game so far? It's a bit confusing at times. I'm enjoying it for the aesthetic purposes, the narrative purposes. The game aspect of this hasn't really shown itself too much, but we still got a lot to explore. If something hasn't been discussed in the bathhouse, it just doesn't exist. I rolled a 1. I need at least 1 success to have the information. I mean, I hit a 1. Intuition. Yes. Now I'm back at the palace. Inside information? Fatigue. Walking in the Sultan's palace feels like breaking through cobwebs, moving through the gaze of the ministers. In this game, more and more things entangle you. People are still willing to come under your roof. Yeah. Brother. Well. Gold is not the most important thing. Hey, we got some money. Something noteworthy happened. A colleague from the court came to your house for a feast. Probably having drunk too much, he drunkenly vented his grievances to you and began to recklessly complain about the Sultan. I have an idea. What if I criticize the crimes together and then he joins my side, and then I execute him. That's how we can coerce him to being on our side. Like we build some kind of camaraderie, and then we get rid of him. I'm going to criticize the crimes together here. Sultan, the source of all the king's pain is him. I mean, this could also get me killed. Event horrible bloodshed has appeared. Okay, but I also haven't received... Where's the guy? Your recent activities have caught the interest of a beautiful noblewoman. She insists that you come to her house to discuss important matters. The Vizier Abdul sent you a cloak embroidered with obscene spring palace scenes in gold thread. The servant conveyed this message. You merely did what any man would do, and I heard the detestable Nafal even impeached you for it. If I were you, I would surely retaliate fiercely against that scoundrel. Okay, well then how do I get him toward... I need to get that dude... First off, I need to figure out how to actually equip things. Divine Stallion. Someone swore that they had seen a pure black horse in the wilds east of the city. It was elegant and slender, like with satin-like hair that shone as it ran, seeming to fly with the wind despite lacking wings. We just put it on the character? It didn't work for my crocodile. All right, I have additional charisma. Insight information. I don't know if I want to... I don't think I need to do this. Where's my guy? Faraj is in court? Well, then I should be in court. What if I give him inside information? Lock it in.
Huh.
I really need to pull some guy. I have 6 days to do this. I think this is fine. I think I'm going to end this day because I've used all the people I can use. I guess I could throw some stuff into the mouth over here. But if Faraj is in court, then presumably I will help. It'll help me out because he's my buddy. I've got tactics. The Sultan gracefully accept my offering. I got additional influence, okay? Then I'll take it. Recently, I've been gazing at the Sultan card, caressing it. Oh, I've read this. I've read this. I have a bunch of gold. Nyla's vanity is as renowned as her charm. She sends you a message suggesting you can use a Sultan card on her. This way, she can return to being the center of palace gossip, and you in the process may gain immense... Oh, I don't want... Do I want to kill her? Born of a venerable bloodline and blessed with a frail husband, Nyla isn't afraid to be immodest. Flitting through the court's glittering intrigues, she has amassed many admirers, yet few catch her favor. For who can truly sate her insatiable vanity? Yeah, she wants me to fuck her, but I could also kill her. The game... Is the game realistically going to give me this as an option? I mean, I did start with carnality, I guess. Juna is beautiful, but lacks a certain poise. This means she cannot charge as much which for many patrons works just fine. The other prostitutes think she is wasting her potential. Do not know what she wants. Even a prostitute's death can cause public resentment. I'm just trying to figure out how can I get more people. Like, I haven't been able to find a follower. I don't really want to kill somebody in front of the Sultan. I want to kill, what's his nuts? Nawal. I don't want to kill a priest. That seems like bad news. Equip myself and my followers. I mean, I'm equipped. What if I manage the estate? What? I don't want to just send Maggie to my house over and over again. But I will. Just to keep getting money. Maybe I should just go to the bookstore, get some books. What if I go to the bookstore, get what? Oh. What if I use a little intuition here? Wisdom. Now what if I go to the bathhouse? I'll lock these bad boys in. I don't really have enough pieces to like really drop them everywhere. But it's interesting. Let's see what we can come up with. I rolled a 1. In the bathhouse, I gotta reroll more. Right. You don't know why you always hear about various things. Maybe it's because people don't mind you walking up to them. During your conversation with everyone, you unexpectedly learned about a matter that needs attention. The stairs of people, yes, I know. A mystique. Frequent appearances in the palace. On more slander? Do I was at the palace. Should I send my buddy to the palace? I guess it has to be like one of my buddy or me needs to go to the palace. A strangely dressed itinerant monk claimed that you have a connection to the gods he worships and wanted to give you an ancient statue. The statue had a serene and compassionate look, but you always felt something was off about it. I will politely decline. You politely declined the statue. However, for a few days you are plagued by evil whispers in your dreams. You rebuked, struggled, cursed, and fled in your nightmares until 7 days later, your nights returned to peace as if nothing had ever happened. And I got more mystique. Okay. An Immortal's Kiss. I got a new book. And I won the roll. Amon. Secret. Probably going to shove this into my skeleton's mouth. You spot Nawful at the Angler's bookstore, his head buried in an ancient book. You haven't decided whether to mock or ignore him when he spots you, and leaves as if brushing off dirt, leaving behind a book he was pursuing. You have no interest in what he reads, but inadvertently glimpse the cover's title, The False Freedom. What is this? This title piqued your interest. As you skimmed through a few pages, you found it to be just a collection of commonplace political allegories describing various ugly behaviors under a tyrant's rule, filled with cliched viewpoints. Nothing noteworthy. However, wait, you suddenly notice a note tucked within one of the pages. You discreetly slip into your pocket, intending to examine it at home. Note in a book. Okay. I wonder if I can meet him at a place and then kill him. You sent people to investigate the address on this note, and they took some time before realizing the hidden behind some twists and turns, the remote mansion actually belongs to Nawful. You feel a slight stir. Was leaving this note a negligence or coincidence or bait for the willing? You might watch Nawful's movement these days. Maybe he really will. Pack of vicious dogs. Pack of vicious dogs? Wait. Shama? Some say Shama is the illegitimate daughter of a noble lord. Her refined speech lends credence to such rumors. She might just be the city's finest fixer when it comes to unsavory matters that require a delicate touch. Measures of the bedchamber are merely a sweetener to her real service. Oh. Okay. She's a fixer, huh? What if can I have a note in a book? What? I can't have a note in a book? I was thinking that I could get information on the shithead, but I can't. Not here. And how come I didn't get an address? Unless this is the address. What if I send my crocodile? All right, Faraj. I don't know. Mystique. Oh, it grants pretty huge additional rolls. Okay. Okay, hold on. Before I do this, what if we read the Immortal's Kiss? An Immortal's Kiss has appeared. How about wait, am I smart enough? I'm so fucking stupid. Nobody's smart enough. Girls who love to read? Maggie, get in there. What? Okay. I mean, I can just go this. All right, Maggie, help me. I'm locking it in. Faraj, get in there with some secrets. Sultan loves secrets. Okay. I think if more time goes on, I can figure out where to kill this guy and get the bloodshed. I may fail on this, but I think I just had one. Yeah, I got the success. Following the hunter's guidance, you lay in ambush for several days and finally saw it. The pure black stallion stepped into the shallow ripples of the oasis under the enchanting moonlight, its fur shimmering as though it held a light. Seemingly catching your scent, it raises its head and looked towards your hiding spot. You almost dare not breathe as it gazed out at you from afar. Stallion steps gingerly, seeming hesitant. However, it soon snorts and approaches you. I got a horse. The shimmering light reflects in the water, creating a path of scattered brightness behind it. It lowers its head gently as it reaches you. You touch its warm forehead, feeling as though you've reached the generous gift of a Dane. And then we're at the palace. We gain some influence. And his fatigue is minus. Like we lost some fatigue. That's cool. And I've gained some influence. I've gained some influence. I did not make any money, but I have enough money. Someone has come to your door hoping to see you. Event Project Investment has appeared. Oh, your informant reported Nawful indeed went to the secluded place. Perhaps it's time to go there. Your political enemy, a silver courtier, at least always opposes you. That's right. You hold authority grants by the Sultan card. You could very well just kill him using legal bloodshed. Yeah, I know I'm running out of time. Oh, I know I'm running out of time, bud. Private meeting with Nawful? Where's that bloodshed? Load it up. Note in a book. Lock it in. What? What the fuck happened here? The Sultan is like the sun projecting vast distorted shadows named power when away from the court. Oh, I see. Headless dragons last for 4 rounds. For 4 rounds, the grand game will begin anew. Recipe 1, combine convictions. Combine 3 pieces of intelligence of the same quality to create 1 piece of higher quality intelligence. Combine any 4 testaments of oath or blueprint. Huh. Combine 3 pieces of intelligence of the same quality to create 1 piece of higher quality intelligence. Combine convictions of the same quality to create 1 upgraded conviction. Blueprint of revolution and regicide plots can synthesize a higher tier conviction of revolution. Any testaments of oath under God tier with 2 convictions of rebellion the same tier can synthesize a higher tier conviction of rebellion. Okay, so this stallion is like the crocodile. I don't really have... I'm gonna put it here. Worn by myself or a follower, but there's got to be like a stable or something, right? Nope. Just this. A female artisan who carves herself or an inventor came to your door, eagerly and enigmatically introducing you to her latest research project. She assured you that the development had reached its final stage and that she just needed a little more sponsorship to complete this unprecedented great invention, an instrument capable of unveiling secrets beyond the starry sky. Okay. I'm going to send Faraj. You don't sound interested.
Huh?
Or is that just the noise you make?
Huh?
Okay. Maggie with some money. I trust my wife. The prepare yourself part is a little odd. Can I just send Faraj to get laid? Nope. I keep thinking I'm able to do this. Here, you go bath. You there, go bathe. You smell like shit. Can I put an Immortals case in here? All right, let's lock it in. Let's see what this does. Yeah, we're very smart. Thank you. Got opportunity. Nobody's at my estate, so I'm not making money, but I have plenty of money. The Sultan is still not seen today. Yeah, he's not there. This mansion, isolated from the bustle of the city, stands in a silence that feels like no man's land. Beneath the eaves and trees' shadows, Nawful sits alone reading, no servants by his sight. A golden opportunity. Your arrival didn't surprise him. He simply nodded at you. You casually talked with him. When he stood up and led you to the house, you easily slipped a dagger into his unguarded heart. Yet he only but looked into your eyes, neither surprised nor resisting. Am I the first to die from this deck of cards? That I know not, but I know I won't be the last, he sighed and closed his eyes forever. As you break the Sultan card with your blood-soaked hand, you distinctly felt that perhaps you missed something. What? No, I'm good. I don't give a shit about this guy's storyline. I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking out for me and my wife. Recently, it has been heard that 2 nobles angered the Sultan and were imprisoned. I gotta fucking draw a new card. Stone Conquest card. Okay. I mean, I could draw another Sultan card. I'm gonna do it. Silver Carnality. I'm just gonna fuck my wife again. I mean, I'm going to fuck my... There we go. Excuse me. The dogs. I can use a conquest card here. Put a dog lure here or money to lure people. Can I feed the crocodile? I need to figure out what to do with this crocodile. I spent a lot of money on it, and I haven't really found a way to use it. You know what? I'm gonna let the backseaters get a little backseating as a treat. Hey, chat! I currently have this crocodile and this stallion. Both cards are tagged as equipment, and yet I can't seem to equip them the way that I could equip the cloak. Some of you eager beavers already had your paragraphs typed out as a way for me to use these cards. And now I'm telling you to pop off. They need a... Oh, I need to find a character with animal handling. Well, I guess I'm going to bribe the guards. First. Visit the prison. You have persuaded the guards, allowing you free access to the cell for the foreseeable future. Okay. This prison is under the Sultan's attention. You cannot pay to redeem them, but you can send somebody to talk. Okay. Fat noble prisoner. I see. Huh. Did I feed the horse to you? I fed the horse to you. Yeah, you did nothing for me. I fed the crocodile to you. Yes, I have the crocodile pond. I've looked at the crocodile pond. I don't have extravagance for the crocodile. But I could spend money. I'm going to lock that in. My wife is doing something more suitable. Extravagance card to refurbish my house. Well, I don't have an extravagance card. Yeah, she's investing in this project. The croc is going to get upgraded. Trail of the Wolf King. A Wolf King has emerged in the prairies. Remember to possess human-like wisdom. Ah, I'm hunting a wolf. I mean, I could go to Vanity. I don't really want to... Do I want to... I don't really want to use one of my cards here. I hate how often this game tries to get me to cheat on my wife. Like, I get it. I'm the premier monogamy pilot of the format. Naturally, they're going to want to challenge that. But don't make fictional James Turner cheat on my fictional wife. Also, I need to find out what to do with some of these cards. You think you're the premier hater of the format? Nobody hates harder than me. I was born hating. You just learned it while growing up. I think that's the exact quote. How about I go to the prison? Well, let me talk to you. Let's try this. My condolences. Nothing to feel bad about. It's great. I'm doing good. Three. We've earned money. Would it please you to offer me a word of praise today? Oh, brother. Your neighbor, a fool who always competes with you, beats his own wife's face just to warn her not to talk to someone like you. A man who commits adultery with women using magician cards. I did not do that! I'm gonna beat his ass is what I'm gonna do. Just as you knock on his door, he jumps out the back window, breaking a leg and wetting his pants. This makes you lose interest in tormenting him further. The matter ends here. My notoriety has increased. Sultan is like the sun. Okay. Here is the prison for nobles and serious criminals. Unlike what the common people might imagine, there are no gold toilets or velvet quilts here. What you have is darkness, dampness, and ignored rats. The only unusual thing might be that, due to the family bribes, the prisoners' meals aren't very bad. The current level of the prison is completely open to you. You can choose to talk to him. I did. Hey, you came just in time. A prisoner, jailed for embezzling a large fortune, has a friendly smile, losing his noble affectation, even in prison. Listen, I'm truly innocent, and I have proof. Can you do me a little favor? He gives you a name, entrusting you to find this person in the dark alley where there's evidence that can clear him. Rest assured, I won't let you go on this trip for nothing. Once the task is complete, I'll give you 10 gold coins as a reward. I swear on my ancestors' honor. You can build a pool for the rare crocodile. It should be deep enough that it can't climb out, large enough to accommodate its surging growth. It's always hungry. This crocodile will eat anything you throw down. My crocodile. Okay. I could have killed him by throwing him to the crocs, I guess. Let's run away, says your wife. God, look at the size of her neck. Look at the size of your neck. Oh, I'm going to throw the horse down there, obviously. Let's run away, says your wife. If we continue doing these horrible things, we will all not be ourselves anymore. This is also a possibility you ponder. No, I'm good. You quickly covered your wife's mouth, afraid the Sultan's spies are eavesdropping. That's like these don't ever... Thoughts like these, comma, don't ever voice the idea of spoiling the Sultan's mood. That's my wife I'm talking about? Yeah, she's got a great neck. Your point? Anyone who's ever killed a man knows how it's easy to kill a man and hard to dump his body. No problem at all. Now I have a place. What if I dispose my horse? What if I dispose of an immortal's kiss? Immortal's kiss. Dark Alley informant. In the confine of the Dark Alley, you track down the person mentioned by the prisoner and explain your intention to him. He thinks for a moment before eventually comprehending. Aha, so that's the case. You require the evidence for Jawad's case, right? But it's not free and no credit. You have to pay up front. He named a price, 5 gold coins, no more, no less. Sure. I'm getting 10 back. And if I don't, I'm going to dump them to my croc. How? This is still going on? My wife has been hanging out with this... My wife that I've been having disagreements with is hanging out with this sexy, sexy, eccentric artisan. It's probably nothing. At banquets, Mahir is often the butt of her fellow nobles' jokes. Neurotic and naive, she has no grasp of household affairs and shuts herself away from people, obsessing over absurd and useless studies. How ludicrous. She has debased herself into a mere craftswoman. But what is left unspoken is this. It is exactly those who mock her that have carved up her inheritance to the last scrap. Oh my god, they were roommates. All right, they're still going to be roommates here. I need some more money. I think I'm going to have to cheat on my wife. That's what I'm figuring out. Like, this is going to go away shortly, right? Conquest I can get with the dogs. The dogs are no longer here. What can I get with the conquest? Without a single soldier, what land can be conquered? You look out the window. Through the buildings of the city, you see the mountain looming in the distance. Without a single soldier, what land is there to conquer? Only the towering peaks, those pure lands covered in snow year-round. You can conquer them with your life. Each person can only use their own life to conquer it, and thus, it's a conquest even the Sultan cannot achieve. Failure will lead to death. I need survival. I think I need you to read up on survival. This gives survival. So what if... Who has better survival? One. Sure, fine, fuck it. Lock it in. Lock it in! Lock it in! You there, manage the mistake. The horse can help you. Lock it in. Yep. Groovy. We made some money. And he still wants some praise. Sultan is still not there. Okay, what happened at the Dark Alley? You heard there was a disturbance outside the city. Maybe you should go see what's happening. There are riots outside of the city. When you were once again caressing the cold card at night, Maggie quietly lit a lamp and approached you from behind, massaging your aching temple. Go to bed early, dear. She gently kissed your hand and helped you put the card down and softly said, perhaps we can consult the priest tomorrow. They might have a solution to expel the magic from this card. Maggie is a devotee of the Immaculate Purity. The city's largest temple venerates this ancient and powerful deity. But to get the god to get such an existence to notice this game, your heart was slightly moved. Perhaps he could truly help you. But you always feel this may bring you unexpected trouble. All right, let's go together. You're tired of being pushed around by such cruel games. You don't want to betray your conscience repeatedly for another 7 days. You grasped Maggie's soft hand and nodded. All right, you stood up, embracing your wife. If the priest can help you end this cruel game, it would be great. Okay, but did I get the thing? This event's in progress? How's this event going? This event's also in progress. I'm not there. I don't have the information from that. I don't have the information from that. New equipment available. Oh, invisibility cloak. Rides outside the city. I have to handle this myself. Fatuna, the widow. Come across a rumor that there are riots outside the city and a noble lady is caught by vagrants. I can't. I'm tied up in doing things. Bookstore. Faraj, go to the bookstore, please. Oh, right. None of my friends are smart enough. I think I'm just locking in. Like, I have... My characters are all locked in for multi-day events. Your indifference completely infuriated her. It is said she called your name aloud while killing 2 male slaves in rage. That has nothing to do with me. That's her. I was by myself. I did nothing. I didn't go to her house. I didn't cheat on my wife. I got nothing to do with this. We success. Okay. Moved by Mahir's words, you give her a significant sponsorship. The mysteries of the firmament, the celestial abode of the divine, you aspire, you crave, you anxiously await the day Mahir completes her work. Mahir has completed the project. She shows you a complex and magnificent instrument with intricate patterns conforming to some natural logic and rhythm. Through the lens, you peer into the distant starry sky. The timeless gleam of faraway starts captured in your eyes, while Mahir's excited voice echoed in your ears. I knew it. You know, I always felt that we were all governed by a force just like these stars, moving in definite trajectories. I want to discover the laws governing that force, governing everything. This is my dream. Did she discover gravity? Is this what this is trying to say? I think people call that force God, you reply instinctively. The realm of God is quietly shedding its veil of mystery. Now you have gleamed it. In the future, you will reach it. I got Mirror of Stars. Okay, so this is when I'm in the ice. First on horseback, then on foot with a cane, with an ice pick and ropes, finally crawling hands and feet. I have more than one success. Looking down on the city from the mountaintop. It's all just a board game for the Sultan's game board for the Sultan's game. And you believe you can win. We have conquested. My buddy... Oh, wait, no, I sent him to go read. I think that's also... okay, the Sultan's back at the court. Yes. I'm surprised that this continues to... Like, it just has the same text over and over again. Occult. Cults and the occult ways. Okay, I beat the roll. Taste and wisdom, morality and ability have nothing to do with each other, but most people rely on taste to choose their friends. They discuss some topics from the book, but you gain real-world information from it. The past bookstore... Yes, no, I know. I didn't get a new friend. Fuck. The Sultan has returned to his loyal palace. It's the day of worship. It's the day to worship the Immaculate Purity again. It's the best time to visit the priests. Seek help from the church has appeared. Fuck. Nyla is furious with your disregard. You better pray you don't cross paths at court. Well, I'm sure she's not here. Okay, she's not. All right, it's time for me to go on another break. This game's wild. I don't entirely know how I feel about it, but it's one of the more unique games I've played. But I'm going to take a very quick break to stretch, go to the washroom. You do the same. Also, you know, contractual obligations and all that. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Sultan's game in just a second. And we're back. Okay. Mirror of Stars. A precise instrument made by Mahir, capable of peering into the depths of the distant starry sky, capturing those dim yet eternal glimmers of light. All right, I'm going to give this over here. You haven't yet expanded your collection room to include this rare treasure, but now is the time. Event Expansion Observatory has appeared. After the expansion, their respective treasures will produce corresponding rewards at a certain rate. How is this shit still going on? Do I need to then... Beggar at the bookstore. Girl in rags. Poverty and hunger have marred her flesh, but her innocent eyes are like two deep pools, luring fools to pour out their desires, inviting the wise to impart wisdom. Strictly speaking, she was not begging. She was just looked at the book in your hand with a longing look. Of course, this is absurd, as it is well known that the poor are illiterate and cannot have a noble yearning for knowledge. How about I give you an immortal's kiss? Because I'm not using it. She left as if frightened. These books might be gone for good. Hopefully she really intends to read them. Though that's unlikely. Seek help from the church. Oh, it's Amon. I saw you at the temple. On days of divine worship, flowing waters wash temples, smooth stones over the bare feet and prostrate hands of devotees. Priests of the purest order stand deep within the temple amid pure white pillars. Under blue sky and bright sun, skin dusted and gold powder glows softly. Ox in chat is saying, taking a step back from the aesthetic and the abstraction of the game space, it's pretty similar to that town building / management game I played a few times. Presumably they're referencing Stacklands. You do events to get resources that let you do other events. And if you run out of the right resources at the wrong time, things go to shit. Yeah, I guess so. Feels like Stacklands had more direction than this, though. I mean, I guess in 4 days I have to fuck my wife, but... yeah, what if I go here? I'll lock myself in to go to the church. I am running low on money. So I'm going to send Maggie over here. Can I just put this mystique here just in case? The grand game. Also, I'll send Faraj here with some mystique. I don't know. I do not dislike this game. Although I am not sure it makes the best game for Is This Your Card? Not just because of the lack of cards. Although these are basically cards. More so just, this feels like the kind of game that benefits from an intimate first playthrough. One of trial and error. Maybe with the occasional off session in between. And then subsequent playthroughs gain something from the initial run through. You know? In the confine of the dark alley, you track down the person mentioned by the prisoner and explain your intention to him. He thinks for a moment before eventually comprehending. Aha, so that's the case. You require the evidence for Jawad's case, right? But it's not free and no credit. You have to pay up front. He named a price. 5 gold coins. No more, no less. You did that. Although it was frustrating, you still helped by paying this money in advance. When you meet again, he hands you a wrapped scroll. Take it to that poor fool. Strange ink even stains his fingers. Looking forward to your next cooperation. You don't want to have any more to do with these people. I have the perjury of integrity. Yeah, they're coming to my house. I rolled nothing. 3 successes. I rolled nothing. I rolled 1, so I'm going to get like $1, $2. Great. The sparse coins ring a hollow sound. Guests clink glasses in disinterest. Increasingly, you have been gazing at the Sultan card. Yes, my wife hates me or hates the Sultan. I am back at the palace. Sultan hates it. He's got more fatigue. Yeah, but at least Faraj was there, so we don't get any slander thrown our way. Priests of the purest order stand deep within the temple amid pure white pillars. Under blue sky and bright sun, skin dusted in gold powder glows softly. Aman, the head priest of the purest order, was surprisingly aloof, even described as cold. He takes the Sultan card you bring, closing his eyes for a lengthy silence, finally shaking his head. I can't destroy it. Returning the card to you, he washes his fingers with water from the columns, as if they've touched something so dirty. If you need blessings or confession, I can help. His tone feels detached, businesslike, but eyes steady, leaving you unsure whether his refusal stems from lack of bribery or genuine inability. Vizier Abdul sends a servant to summon you for a chat as his residence. Okay. I've got some influence. I've got some insight. I even have a little notoriety as a treat. Okay. I need to bring that there. I'm locking that in. I am going to talk to Abdul. Prison's getting that. This is getting this. Faraj is already there, so I don't have to worry about that. I mean, I locked that in. I only have 9 coins. Pure thoughts. A conviction. Conviction, intelligence, intelligence. Can you tell me anything about this? Think, think, think. Reassess your piety. Piety's examination has appeared. You often need to introspect, seeking God's voice with a sincere heart. So this has to be you witness your own act of piety. Ah, I see. I've already locked this in. Well, what if I reverse this? Is this 5 days? In 5 days, I can go... Here, look at me be pious. If my wife watches me be pious, nothing bad can happen. And then... That's a bad sound. The riot outside the city continued for 3 days and to ignore the conflict as well as the innocent women and children within it. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, nobody's there, so I didn't make money. Faraj is there. I got inside information. Okay. I gave the perjury of integrity to Jawad. Now I'm innocent, exclaims the prisoner, patting your shoulder and showering you with words of gratitude, but never once mentioning the money. He loudly demands the guard's attention and leaves the cold-faced guard never to return. When you inquire about him later, you learn that he has been cleared of his charges and is allowed to go home. You often need to oh, fuck. I'm just going to have to kill this guy, right? We're going to have to kill him, Steven. A woman who claims to be a cartographer comes to visit you, hoping to meet you and gain your support. Zaki couldn't accept his mother's passing, leaving the city alone. Girl returning the book. Oh. She wandered near your house. Does it have to be me or can it be Faraj? Seems she wants to return the book. I don't want to... Oh, God. I think I have too pure a heart to play this kind of game. So now I'm going to go here. I'm locking in that. I'm giving her back the thing. Maggie's going to go here. And then I need to send you, Faraj, to the palace. Secret. Sure, why not? And then tomorrow I'm going to have to fuck my wife. Abdul sent a servant to summon you from his residence. His matter may not be important, but he does not like being ignored. I respond to his summons in time. He's very pleased with your courtesy. Half a candle burns down in an empty prattle. Then he casually mentions that Murtaz did not appear at the court today. Abdul smiles, but there is a malicious glint in his eyes. Murtaz is the Sultan's most trusted courtier. You should talk to him. I hope to see him at the Sultan's Golden Palace tomorrow and every day after that. Don't disappoint me. Okay. Oh. Why? I feel like I'm rolling lower. Yeah, the Sultan's board tactics, Faraj, more influence. Something noteworthy happened. The Sultan had a strange dream that left him unsettled. He asked you to interpret the dream for him. In the dream, the Sultan saw a beautiful woman standing on the edge of the cliff. As he approached her, she began to slowly jump off the cliff, and he ran to see her shattered body below. Then he suddenly saw the woman standing next to him again, jumping off the cliff and shattering once more. The scene repeated countless times until he finally woke up. I mean, that's got to be a bad omen, right? It's a bad omen, dude. You cautiously asked how many women were in the dream, wondering if the Sultan still remembered. The palace fell silent, as everyone knew that the defeated Sultan of Huka Kassis had 9 beautiful daughters who committed suicide together after their country was destroyed. Before the Sultan could get angry, you hurriedly grabbed the priest and performed a series of exorcism rituals. After the rituals were completed, the Sultan was finally satisfied and rewarded you with some gold. You just hope he doesn't have that dream again tonight. You wipe the sweat from your forehead, warning yourself to keep your mouth shut next time. I got money. Ooh, that's a lot of money. She wandered near your house, the girl with the book. Raise her as my own daughter? You order servants to prepare a chamber befitting her noble status, purchasing fine clothes, jewelry, exotic spices. After a complete transformation, she emerges as a remarkably graceful, keen, and endlessly curious lady, a treasure whose true value only you recognize. This brings you an unexpected delight, even providing comfort amid the Sultan's game, yet Lamira, still unaccustomed to her noble station, soon returns to the servants' quarters with all her books. So I now have another unit. And I have... Okay. 2 days later, you heard that a nobleman who was arrested for embezzlement was exonerated. His name was Jawad, and he was known far and wide for his greed and stinginess. You began to whether the promised money would actually arrive. I don't think it is. Okay, hold on. Because the game told me I could do a series of things to who is now my daughter. Many people can read, but she reads with a merciless efficiency and lives out the teachings with no regard of mortality or morality or of difficulty. I see. Excuse me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go fuck my wife. Everybody clap. Carnality at home? Sailor's delight. I have to do it myself? Yeah. What? What? No, no, this can't be. This can't be. I have... No! No! Fuck! Oh my god. But wait. It won't even let me do it because she's gold. She's green. Shit. I gotta find somebody to fuck. I don't want to fuck this guy. I mean, I don't know if I want to play this game anymore, chat. I don't think I want to play this game anymore. Oh no. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. I have to restart the turn. In the fleeting moment of crossing through time, you seem to glimpse two twisted shadows watching you instead. I have to cheat on my wife. Or else I die. I thought I already exchanged my card. No, it has to be me. The problem is... Oh my god. Because I can do it now. I can go to the bathhouse, right? Wait. Wait, what? Oh, because she's not good enough. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I gotta okay, I gotta change the card. I gotta change the card. I gotta change the card. Extravagance. Okay, I can do this. Because wait, these dogs... No. Okay. Okay, I can... The dogs can be bait. I don't need to go here. He doesn't need to be here. What if... Shit, okay. What if you go here, this goes here. And this way... How do I sell my horse? Okay, what about this? What about this? We earn some money, and then the dogs are extravagant. Oh, God. Okay. $5? I'll take $5. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Faraj doing his work. A wanton noble lady demands the Sultan's judgment on her marriage. She married a noble, but the husband, feeling insecure about his performance in bed, secretly had his brother fulfill his marital duties. The noble lady didn't realize that the nightly visitor wasn't her husband until her husband died unexpectedly in a fall, and the unaware brother sneaked into her bedroom that very night. Now, the enraged and grieving noble lady demands the entire property of her deceased husband's family, including the brother share, as compensation for the family's deceit. Yeah, I'm going to support her claim. I believe the kids call that... Empathizing with her plight, you agree that this was a great humiliation. With your support, the noble lady is deeply moved, breaking down at the Sultan's feet to pour out her sorrow, leaving her husband's brother extremely embarrassed. In the end, the woman receives a large sum of wealth, enough to erase the painful memory. She gifts you a rare treasure as a token of gratitude for your support. I got some chainmail? Hot dog. Okay, I've raised her as my own daughter. We know of this. And then this guy comes back. Now I can go extravaganza until I... something. Now I've got chainmail on. You have 2 charisma. I already have high charisma. I mean, I guess I need to do this. Okay. Dog. Or money to lure people. Extravagance. 8 coins as bait. Tactics? Tactics. Me. My daughter is going to be here. Sure, she can watch. she can watch the pack of dogs or whatever. Wife is going to manage the estate. And then Faraj, you can go to the palace and bring the omen card with you. Okay. Okay. A pack of wild dogs rampages through the slums, attacking lone passers-by. Some drunks were even devoured in their sleep, losing their lives. They severely impact the safety of the city. The security team has tried multiple times to catch them, but failed each time. To catch these beasts, who have grown wisdom in order to survive, special measures might be necessary. To exterminate them, first strengthen their virility. You announce loudly that eating the members of dogs... I announce loudly that eating dog penis can make a man never lose his vigor. Because your task of indulging carnality has become so burdensome, you offer to buy all dog penises at 10 silver coins each, along with their subcutaneous fat that can cure baldness. Soon, you had to stop this hunt, as wild dogs outside the city had vanished, and there were barely any domestic dogs left alive. Really? Virility? On rare occasions, sees the Sultan curiously observe you in court, trying to discern if it's a trick or truly effective. Okay, well, I survived, and all I had to do was all I had to do was get people to buy dog penises or eat dog penis or one of the two. Okay, okay, great, okay, great. Yep, great. And then he didn't die. Some investment too. I'm broke. I'm broke as shit. No, silver bloodshed. All right. I have no money. I have no money. Explore the unknown oasis. The cartographer. 3 gold coins. Horse betting. I have a horse. It's about time. Oh wait, I don't have any money to bet. I don't have any money. I just don't have any money. Hey chat, is there a place that I can sell some of these items? Or am I forever like is my estate the only upgrade of my house? I'm trying. I don't know if this is the only way that I'm making money. It's pretty shit. I mean, I did spend a lot of money at the bathhouse. I guess now I can go here, and then you can go here. And then I can go horse betting. Yeah, no, we looked at Abdul's. We got inside information. Are you fucking kidding me? Gold is not the most important thing. It is when you're broke. Okay, we got... Maybe I'm just not understanding this game. Injured white rhino. You've been attacked by a lurking assassin. What if I brought my horse with me? All right, I guess I have to deal with this assassin. I think I have to deal with that later. Injured white rhino. So I'm getting assassinated. I have to be in court. And then I need you to run this house so we can get enough money. I guess I should have popped this occult thing earlier too. Events in the occult ways. A reader? There you go. 2 wisdom? You have 2 wisdom, right? Yeah, you're smart. You're smart. You're smart. All right. Okay. Money? Thank you. I need some amount of money to gamble. A noble presents the Sultan with a strange beast. It was the head of a deer, a body of a leopard, and a tail of a pheasant. The Sultan is very intrigued by the creature and asks you how to interpret it. It's deception. While the noble was unaware, you step forward and grab the antlers, shaking them vigorously. The seams of the leopard body split, and the monstrosity collapsed into several pieces. The noble stared at the floor, pale and speechless. The Sultan lazily waved a finger, and the guards dragged the poor soul, who had hoped to win the monarch's favor, out. Courtiers whispered, incredulous, even the scammer himself, at your audacity. Your daring act became a favorite tale among common folk for quite some time. Buddy, No. Come on. Okay. Attacked by a lurking assassin. I need a 1 to survive? Yeah, I survived. You dodge his first attack. A blade grazes your wrist, reflecting the ghostly blue moonlight. This is a poison-coated dagger. Having missed the first strike, the assassin turns to flee and you do not pursue. He's simply a tool, but who wants you dead? What secret have you uncovered lately? I don't know. Reading can improve yourself, so develop a habit of reading. Good advice. You're closer to the Lord. Cults in the occult ways. My daughter's a witch. Lumera is thoughtful. Your notoriety spread among people, attracting followers. You construct a guest house. Maggie wants to tell you something. Insert it into methinks. You mean her. Insert her into methinks. My love, my steadfast ally. This would make a hell of a cigarette case. Arming the wife. With your notoriety spreading throughout the capital, visitors to your home are no longer restricted to nobles. Magicians, muscle-flexing barbarians, monks who paint their faces purple, thieves, smugglers, of course. None of them could win at Maggie's affections. She always worried about home theft or felt these people would eyed her with malice. Know this, Maggie isn't a timid woman. If you don't handle these matters, Maggie will have to handle them themselves. Yeah, I'm going to soothe my wife. Yeah, dog, I'm going to soothe my wife. Hello? Construction cost. A vacant room or mansion? Break a stone extra. Oh, I have bloodshed. Prison. Okay. Managing my state. I need a noble. Do I just not want money? I'm kind of broke. Injured white rhino. Barrage. You can take care of this rhino. Okay. Never mind. To hell with the rhino. I don't have a carnality or a conquest card. I mean, I could see what the bloodshed does here. Cruel sacrifice. Oh, right. This is where I just kill one of my own people. Can I kill a horse? I'm not killing any of my family. Does this allow for bloodshed? No. Absent courtier. I'm gonna send you 3 gold coins. She's smart. And I'm going to send you with tact, with inside information. Maybe not 2 of them. What if I don't send you with anything? I think I'm going to lock this in. You are sent to the house of Murtaugh. When you arrive, you see a priest stepping out of his doorway. Murtaugh himself looks exhausted, hollowed out. In the silence, you catch the scent of musk, camphor, and borneal. A funeral without question. You remember him now. His wife and father both perished in the Sultan's game. You chose to comfort him. Or you choose to comfort him. Murtaugh tells you that his mother had been ill for a long time, crushed by the weight of sorrow. Last night she breathed her last. A family was shattered, all for a game. Murtaz complains bitterly, cursing the Sultan with the harshest words. When you tentatively bring up the possibility of rebellion, he jumps up and turns his furious and profanities on you, as if not doing so would prove his own impotence. Your sympathy and pity turn to dust. Finally, you lose patience and cut him off. Don't think I don't know. You yourself sent your wife and father to the palace, to the Sultan and his cards. You harshly inform him that the Sultan wants to see him tomorrow before leaving. Not giving him a second glance. Will Murtaz attend court? He will. You have no doubt. Afterward, Vizier Abdul is quite satisfied. He believes the Sultan will finally notice the deep-seated resentment that Murtaz has been harboring at court. You, however, find it ridiculous. The kingdom's vizier has been reduced to nothing more than a court jester. You are still willing to come under your roof. Yes. I didn't manage the estate this time. The Sultan is cool. I've reduced his fatigue. I have an opportunity. Oh. So this is my wife. I'm going to try to comfort my wife. I've successfully comforted my wife. You promise the carpet will be clean at home. Soothe the wife indeed takes more effort than dealing with unruly truths. You still managed to do so. Okay. Folks, that's my time for today. This is a very weird game. This feels like the kind of game that there are people in chat that are just going to fall in love with this and play it over and over again. Like I said, I feel like this is a game that benefits from repeat plays and failure, and also a variety of decision making. I don't think this is a game for me. It is, yeah, it's intriguing. At times it's captivating. The theming, the visuals, very nice. I don't think this game's for me, but maybe it is for you. It is highly rated. It's available on Steam, and I believe it, I mean, it was on sale when I got it. It might still be on sale. I don't think I'm going to continue with this game, but it's not a game that I would avoid recommending to people. There are definitely some people where this is exactly their shit. So you can take that with you. I can also just be bad. I could just be very bad, and things aren't connecting in a way that dampens the experience for me. But that's okay. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I think I'll be playing something a little more traditional next week. I have some options. Something with cards. So you'll have to tune in then to find out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Reminder that everything we do is brought to you by you and your support over at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Because of all of you, there's all of this. And all of this includes this as well as some additional things. Until next time, I've been Wheeler. This has been Is This Your Card? And I'll see you then. Okay, bye!